Hello, YouTube. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel here on a lovely, what is it, Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Yes, it is Wednesday. I'm starting to lose track of time now. I'm starting to lose track of time with all the stuff going on in the world. But Wednesday afternoon here for myself, Wednesday evening for a lot of you folks over here in the UK, where we're flying around right now. We're sitting at Southampton Airport. Also have the sim pause. Let's probably do that. I have started the party early. I've got myself a little beverage here as we are celebrating the stay-at-home for 15 days situation here in the States. Well, not really celebrating. We're trying to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, which I'm sure you've all heard of by now. So what better time to stream, guys? What's going on? Carta Joel in the house. How's it going, dude? Good to see you here. Andre Henry, what's up, man? All is well. Yes, sir. We're doing good here. Wojtek CVR in the house. Philip Loadmaster Tip. Good to see you here as well. Slam Cannon, Dimitri, everybody in the house. Carl Chillers, Cosmic Doubloon. What's going on, man? I wasn't sure what you were doing over there. I mean, who gets a new module for DCS and then doesn't fly all day with his mates when they're on wanting to fly with him? So, Cosmic, unacceptable, my friend. Dimitri, it's about time. The is it Banderanti? Embraer 110 made a showing. Absolutely. And on cue, guys, my dog was hiding under the covers again, so let me let her out before we get this party started. All right, don't have any stowaways on this flight here, so I was going to do VATSIM, and we are going to do VATSIM today, guys. We're going to do VATSIM from, where are we going? Bristol to Dublin. I was going to do VATSIM for this flight, but the weather is literally almost zero visibility well, not zero vis, but it's overcast 100 feet, so we could not fly VFR. And I have all this lovely Orbix scenery. I wanted to clear the clouds up a little bit so we could at least see what's going on. This is going to be a short flight. We're going to go direct there. Then we'll do a quick break. We'll get into 320 Neo, but I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I hope everyone's doing okay and is not too affected personally by this. I guess it's kind of hard. I guess there's probably quite a few of you are personally affected, I would imagine, but hopefully not too bad with this coronavirus situation. So, Jeremy Harvey says, since you're flying an EasyJet pilot, you must make all your radio calls in a British accent for the entire stream. I don't know if I can do that, man. We'll try. Rand Cooley, how's it going, man? Welcome. All right, so let's hop in this airplane here. I always feel, this is the Airbus pilot in me here, when I got to get my honeycomb yoke out and then I have my microphone in my face. It just feels like we're a little bit claustrophobic, but we should be good here. I want to make sure the sounds are up. The one thing about this airplane is the sounds are very quiet. If it got an F-mod overhaul, I think it would be a sweet little bird. It was one of my favorites for a while, but now it's kind of starting to show its age with the new X-Plane stuff, and I don't know how much of it's going to be updated. But let's go ahead and get this thing fired up, guys. It's a PT6 turboprop, one of my favorite turboprops out there. We're going to go ahead and close up the exterior items here. So we kind of come out here, and then we can go ahead and remove the pitot caps for the engines, engine caps, tail support, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Safety cones, we will remove those. And I guess we can remove the wheel blockers. So let's go back in there one more time and remove the wheel chocks, wheel blocker. That's kind of a new one. All right, so up to, where's my bindings at here? Do we have the right bindings? We should. Where's my overhead? I apologize, guys. There it is. Okay, wow. Overhead, up to the overhead. We're going to go ahead and get the battery on. I'm going to turn the desktop audio all the way up, so if my voice becomes blocked by X-Plane, let me know and I'll change it. But for this plane, I got to crank the volume. The corn cable on top is all the money. Oh, the comm cable. Yeah, the ADF antenna. Yeah, we'll look at that again here. So we got the battery on. And let's come down here, get our fuel pumps on. How much fuel we got? I should have had it preloaded. We should be ready to go. That looks good. Fuel pumps are on. Let's go and get the seat belts, no smoking sign, nav lights, anti-collision up one step to the beacon. Everything else looks good there. This airplane actually calls for the inverters to be on during engine start, which is kind of weird in the checklist. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but that's how the checklist calls it. So that looks good there. We'll go ahead and open up the windows so we get maximum PT6 sound, which it's nowhere near as good as the King Air, but it's better than nothing. So we are good for start. We are idle, forward, and cut off on the fuel levers. Clear prop, starting to. Looking for 12%. There it is. Props coming out of feather. ITT rise. Observe that it rolls back. Oh, I gotta boost it a little bit for the low idle. Spooling up there. I guess we can also close the door. I'm sure back in the day they hot loaded these things. Alright, we got a good start on engine number 2, reset and on. Let's go ahead and turn number 1. There she goes. Man, I gotta love it. Gotta love it. ITT's rolling back. Starter automatically cuts out. Will DV, what's up, man? Welcome. That looks good there. We'll reset Gen 1. And then I'm going to bump the condition levers up. Microsoft 2020 or Microsoft 2004 old school. Wow, complete opposite there. Microsoft 2004 old school donated $1. What is the FF320 Neo models? It's an engine mod that will turn our Flight Factor 320 into a Neo. We'll talk about that once we are in that during leg number 2 here. So we got standby, run a test there of the weather mode. We'll put it into terrain. That looks good. Our comms are on. I'm going to hide the yoke here. Our rudder or a hydraulic boost needs to come on. We can go into air conditioning vent mode, but we'll turn it on for now. But it needs to be in vent mode before takeoff. We'll pull to erect our attitude indicator. Very realistic drop there. Nice attention to detail. You guys are out there, private pilots, you know that whole vacuum system thing when you pull, uncage your attitude indicator. Very realistic. Let's do a quick flight plan here. We're going to go direct to. It's already in the box, so we'll just load it up, activate that. I'm going to change my CDI to GPS mode. And we're pretty much ready to go. We'll go through a quick checklist here, make sure I didn't miss anything. That's all good. Nav lights, inverters are on. Totalizer is set. Start and taxi. Fuel pressures are holding. That looks good. After starting, complete. Battery generators on. Voltmeters checked. Inertial separators are not required. Static. Pitot heats, we'll get those before takeoff. Gyro and lighting emergency supply armed. That's a new one I think I skipped. I'm not sure where that would actually be at. Oh, right here. Maybe? It's in normal, so that looks good. Radar if installed is not. Transponder, we'll keep it off. Or in VFR mode. Nose wheel steering on. Perfect. Close that. V1 says, IFR says, V1, do you recommend flying out of DFW? In Dallas right now, flights are super cheap. It's crazy busy. I haven't been to the airport in a while, man, but I imagine it's pretty empty. You can probably get a pretty cheap flight right now. So I think we can make a left turn out of here. It'll be tight, but we're going to do it. So with this airplane, I do have to run my track IR. Makes it way easier to see where I'm going. So we'll go ahead and release the parking brake, turn the nose wheel steering on. I'm going to drop the left engine into beta. We'll bump up the right one. I'm not going to look at that tug. We'll make the turn here. Well, if that tug wasn't there, I wouldn't have a problem making this turn. I think we still cleared him. Alright, we're clear of the ramp area. Let's get our taxi light on. Get our prop out of beta there. Doesn't have a true beta like the King Air. This is the old school version. Matter of fact, the Beech 99s that I flew, some of the older models didn't even have a beta range, so you'd have to drop it into reverse, just like this, but you were only able to go, I don't know, maybe a quarter of an inch, because if you continued to go into reverse, you would increase your ITT, and you don't want to have any ITT increase before shutdown. I think it was like a 2-minute limitation like that. We'll go ahead and turn the lights on here. Let's get some lights in here. Beautiful. Looks a little bit better now. We'll go extend flaps to takeoff position. They're coming out. Gotta love it. Slamkin says it's quiet, but it sounds good. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't sound bad. It's just I think the audio levels really need to be boosted, and I've got them maxed out. Andre, need to learn how to fly these props? Dude, they're a lot of fun, man. I love flying these turboprops around. Daniel Smith says he flew the 7.3 up to 245 today. Nice, man. We'll stop here. We'll run through a quick taxi before takeoff checklist, because I'm not really familiar enough to do it on the roll. Now, this airplane, believe it or not, does have some really nice things modeled, such as auto feather. You can do an auto feather test. That works. It also has a damage model and failure. So if you abuse these engines, they will fail and catch fire on you. You can rip pieces of the airplane off if you overstress them as well. So it is it's actually modeled pretty darn well. Go ahead and pause that. Now, one thing I've noticed, my spinners aren't the ones that I wanted. So you go to the smart livery here. I'm gonna go Ryanair select. So I made a custom livery, and it was an Ameriflight livery. Where is it? There we go. So if I switch it to Ameriflight, there we go. And see how my prop spinners are nice and shiny? That's how they should be. I don't know why the Ryanair livery is not. Maybe if I go back to it. No. I guess we could do the Ameriflight livery. I don't know. We'll leave it at this for now. Anyway, enough of that. Trim tabs. Alright, so coming over here to our trim. Really rudimentary stuff here. Pretty much got to be in the green for takeoff there. Neutral on the ailerons. Neutral on the rudder. Which is hard to see. I don't even know where neutral really is on the rudder trim. I guess that's neutral. Beta's checked. Everything. Fuel pumps are on. Autopilot. So we got to go to vent mode for the air conditioning here. You can't take off the air conditioning on. These engines aren't nearly as powerful as the King Air PT6s, so they're derated significantly. They don't have the power to run environmentals and stuff while doing takeoff. We're going to skip the run-up and go right to takeoff. Utility lights required, inert SEPs as required. They're off, flaps 25 and indicating. Flight controls are checked. Radar as required, air conditioning off or vent annunciator panel is checked. Then we have no lights there. Parking brake is off. Condition lever is high idle. So here we go. We're going to get them all the way up to high idle. We're pretty much ready to go. Peely UK says, good evening, Cap. Love the prop streams. Thanks, Peely. Glad you're enjoying them, man. Let's get out of here. Still love that sound. I still love that sound for sure. We'll do a little back taxi here. I don't think we really need it, but just to be safe, we'll do a small back taxi. I'll show you how. The autopilot in this thing is even more rudimentary than, say, the Auto P831. This is old school. I don't even think you can do coupled approaches with this one. We'll do a little cheat view here. We'll turn it around. Nice. All right. Why FO side instruments are not working, Wojtek? That's because I forgot to pull them. Thanks for reminding me. See that little animation there? Very realistic too with the drop. We'll also set his course to CDI. Oh, you know what? His GPS is off. I'll just go, instead of cross-filling it, I'm just going to keep that one in CDI mode. But that should be working now. He's got a nav flag over there, but I'm flying, so it should be alright. Alright, we're ready to go. Let's do it. We're going to spool him up. Get that prop up to the governor. Then we're looking for 750 max ITT. I think we'll be ITT limited today. Go. Power set, 100 knots, check. And rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Oh. Beautiful little bird. Alright, we're going to come left, get our flaps up. Lower that nose, keep accelerating. Bring the torque back to 1500, drop our props down to 92 NH. And off we go. Once I get the autopilot on, I'll be able to be a little bit more interactive with you guys. Syntech, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream, buddy. 150 knots, trimming out. This airplane is huge on trim. If you don't trim this airplane out, you will crash and burn. Or you'll rip an elevator off or something. I'm completely hands-free right now. I'm not no autopilot or anything, but it trims out really nice. I mean, look at that. Once you get her trimmed, she's a rock. Pretty quiet back here. I doubt it was that quiet in real life, but hey. It might have been. Who knows? It might have been. They might have had some insulation on there. Alright, so autopilot. We're going to go... I'm going to hand fly it up to altitude first, though. We can probably get the yaw damper on. Nope. Yep. Oh, wait. Autopilot master on first, down there. Yaw damper on. There we go. We're at 2.5. We'll take it up to 3,500. Checking our torque as we climb out. It will fall off a little bit. Well, we're sitting right at 15. I think we can go 1,600. As long as we stay out of the yellow band there on the ITT, we should be alright. 500 feet per minute. Let's increase that. A little trim. Oh, I love this Orbix stuff, man. I'm really loving Orbix right now. Shin Sound says, good to see you're in Europe, V1. Looking forward to spotting you in a bus up north in Scandinavia if you can squeeze it in anytime soon. Keep up the good streams. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Chris Lionheart, good evening, Captain. I see I joined just in time. Yes, you did, man. We just departed. We're going to level at 3,500. Actually, westbound is even, so we should go 1,000 feet more. We'll go up to 4,500 feet. We'll go up to 4,500, then we'll turn the autopilot on. But yeah, man, you joined just in time. We are on our way to Bristol Airport. Got a couple mates that live over there. We can probably get the air conditioning on now. I know the overlay, I know the overlay says King Air, but Sim Toolkit Pro did not have an Embraer 110 aircraft, so I just had to throw in something. I might have to change the livery so I get my chrome spinners. Where was I? Gerald, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Were you ever able to fly a Shorts 360 before they retired? No, I never flew one. I had a friend that lost her life in one, though, in Charleston. But, definitely an iconic airplane as well, the old Shorts, man. Alright, so here comes our altitude. So I'm going to go autopilot on. We're going to go nav mode and altitude hold. I had it trimmed down below 500 feet per minute. So the way this autopilot works, in real life, you'd be able to roll trim it. I guess you can kind of turn it there, but you're going to be adjusting your pitch trim here by using this wheel. Essentially, all it does is it moves the elevator trim up and down, a small elevator trim tab, technically an autopilot trim tab, I think, on this plane. And you want to make sure before you go into altitude hold, because there's no altitude select. It's either altitude hold on or altitude hold off. You want to make sure you're trimmed out and your VSI is below 500 feet per minute before you go into altitude hold mode. Alright, so we got to bring our temps back. We're a little hot now. Let's go ahead and bring our torque down, 745. Bring our props all the way back now. We can go all the way down to 82 for quiet cruise. Or 84. We'll set it there. Beautiful. She's going to accelerate. We'll go ahead and turn some of these lights off now. Oops, should have had the anti-collision light on. Took off without the landing light on. Seatbelt sign can come off. Should have had those seats on. I kind of blew through that, didn't I? Everything else looks good on the overhead. Now we are cruising. We are cruising. Oof. Rand Cooley, what's going on, man? He says, just a note on merch. I looked at the coffee mug. I looked at the coffee cup, which I like, but it would be nice to see your call sign on it. My call sign? What call sign? You mean the logo? The logo's on the back side. But let me know what you mean by call sign, Rand. Chris Landhart, good evening, Captain. Good evening. Dougal, Bristol's your home airport? Excellent, man. Dimitri says, V1, I use the Beech 1900D profile for all twin turboprops. Ah, that's probably a good idea, Dimitri. This is probably closer to a 1900 than a King Air. I mean, it's pretty I mean, you're getting pretty close, but yeah, I'll probably resync it to a Beech 1900. Oh, but look at that. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. Let me know if that's too loud. Philip, would you fly the A300? Oh, yes, definitely, Philip. I've actually been eyeing some of that now. But an A300 in X-Plane, I think, would be a heck of a lot of fun to fly. On arrival, you'll be 5 miles away. Roger Moore says you'll be 5 mics away. It would be my pleasure to buy you steak and beverage for all the hours of learning you have provided us all. We may be the only ones in the pub right now. Roger Moore, yes, sir. Hey, I'll go to the pub with you, man. I'll meet you there on the ground. For sure. Graham Cooley, V1. Okay, I'll make some adjustments to it. So I kind of just put that mug out. I wasn't really advertising it too much other than just for the 7K stream. I got it scrolling through the chat there. But I'll save more merch stuff for later on. But definitely, if you guys are unaware, there is a mug available, Toga greater than Flex. And on the back side, Rand, it has the V1 Simulations logo. If you click, you'll see... it'll say V1 Simulations on the back. But I created that mug just for the 7K, as kind of like a 7K icon. Like when we hit 7K subs, I figured, yeah, we should probably get a mug. I ordered one myself. Jeremy Harvey, does this airplane have prop sync? If so, it doesn't sound like it's on. You're absolutely right, Harvey. I don't think it is on. It does have it, though. Prop sync is on. It's old though. I mean, they look pretty synced up. It doesn't even have one of those nice little syncing discs, whatever they're called. Synchrophaser. Must be off for takeoff. But prop sync is on. Booster pump can come off as well for cruise flight. How's our fuel looking? Fuel is looking pretty good. I guess we could have set squawk code here. We'll turn that on. We'll leave DME off for now. This ADF antenna, we don't need that, but now we're squawking 1200 as well. I mean, but you can tell this airplane really is modeled very nice. I just wish there might have, you know, maybe it, I think it needs like one update just to kind of bring it up to our current standards in X-Plane. So far nothing shown on the terrain mode. That's cool. We'll go ahead and turn that off for now then. But the fact that this has a damage model, I really enjoy that. I mean, you can't abuse this airplane. It will punish you. Oof. Now, that prop is... Oh, you know what? We still have the nacelle lights on. Let's turn that off. Turn the cabin lights off. So I'm going to switch livery. Well, nah, we'll go outside. I do like the Ryanair livery, but I don't like those nose cones. I don't know why they're not showing up as chrome. I'm loving it, though. Rand, you mean V1 Simulations? It is on there, Rand. It is on there. The V1 Simulations logo is on there. I think you just have to click around and look at the different side. Vicky, what's going on? Hey, Captain, I finally got the Flight Factor 320 to work. Flying right now to Queensland. Awesome. Glad you got it working. Sam Cannon says, I wish Orbis would do some of this for Germany. Yeah, I agree, man. That's my only sad part about the Eurotours. I don't have a whole lot of scenery in, you know, like France, Germany, Switzerland. But I mean, of course, we're gonna do Innsbruck, and we'll go down there, and I'll probably get some orthos for that. But I'm loving the Orbix scenery that they got here. It's freaking awesome. What's my favorite aircraft? Probably a 727, man. It's hard to beat a 727, in my opinion. Fast, sleek, powerful. You can get it in and out of relatively shorter strips, if you're careful. Patrick, greetings from Switzerland. Patrick, good evening, man. Welcome. Welcome aboard. Jeremy Harvey, it's amazing to see the 300 or 310 in some of the cockpit elements, even the EFIS elements, that made their way into 320 and beyond. Yep. Yeah, the A300, that was the original. I watched a documentary on the A300 not too long ago. I think it's still on YouTube. And it's kind of how Airbus really was breaking into the market with that wider fuselage, more passenger comfort. So it was a pretty neat one. I think it's on YouTube. You just Google if you want, if you're into aviation stuff like that. The A300, how it and why it kind of became the airplane it did. David, what's going on, man? Is it easier to fly the modern glass planes compared to their old style analog instruments? I would say it depends on what you're most current in. You know, when I flew all analog instruments, I had no problem reading analogs. Then I came into a glass cockpit, and it was definitely easier because you have to look in less places, essentially. But the problem arises when you fly a lot of glass airplanes or really high-tech instrumentation systems, and then you go back into something like this. My eyes are kind of like, okay, you got to get your scan up. You got to remember, there's positive rate, gear up, and then after gear is up, you would literally take your two fingers, your left finger, your index finger, and your middle finger, and you would point at both gauges, ITT, torque, prop, and you would check it. And then you would do another flow. And I mean, you were just constantly, obviously your 6-pack, you would bounce around, you have your turn coordinator, and then you're back up to your instruments, making sure that scan is good. Doing a hardcore IMC, or during a hardcore instrument approach, definitely need to have that scan going. But we also need to start down here, so let's go ahead and disengage that. We'll just go ahead and press the down button. 2 clicks there should get a substantial descent going. I'm going to reduce the torque a little bit. Oops, before I do that, prop sync off. We are only about 15 miles from our destination of Bristol. Let's get that in the box here. Let's load up EGGD, airport 10.9 page. Pretty self-explanatory. We're going to come straight in on 2.7. I'm going to back us up with an approach. We'll just do a standard ILS 2.7. We'll have it backed up in there. 110.15. As a matter of fact, I can see Bristol over there. So 110.15. Oops, we got to switch. Push for cursor, get down here, change to 110.15. Oops, stop scrolling on me. Put that in the active. We'll also do it in the standby as well. Switch those courses around. Then I'm going to put the airplane into heading hold instead of nav mode. Now I can change the CDI to a VLOC, which is our localizer. Final approach course 268 degrees. So we're just going to back it up. Oh, look at that. It's pretty much right there. There's 270. Pretty much set on 268. We're visual. We'll just have a backup so we don't land on the wrong airport or wrong runway. And I'm going to go ahead and come right a little bit. Set us up for an intercept. Should be right about 2,500 feet. We'll get our landing lights on. We'll turn our auto feather back on as we start down. Auto feather is armed. I should have had that on when we took off. That's a big no-no. Matter of fact, you wouldn't take off if you did auto feather. If you took off and your auto feather lights didn't illuminate. That's an abort takeoff item. I remember in the beach, you're basically, if your prop didn't feather and you were below 100 and I want to say 140 knots, you would automatically VMC roll the airplane. So auto feather was a big thing to have in some of the early, I think it was in the Beech 99A model. That auto feather, it's a lifesaver, literally, if you had a problem. We'll continue the descent a little bit more. Dean Michaels, welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing just fine. Andre, how's it going, man? Have you seen the video 727 in Iran? No. I'll have to take a look at it, man. Man, did you guys see that little police car down there? It was going nuts. Oh, the scenery looks fantastic, though. I'm bummed this flight was so short. There's 2,500. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the autopilot, and then we're going to hand flyer. Autopilot is off. Power's coming back. Props coming forward. Seatbelt sign is on. NAC lights on. Ryanair 123, clear to land 27. Clear to land 27 for Ryanair 123. Now, let's see if I can land this thing without crashing. The flight model, when it comes to landing, is a little bit wonky, I would say. Got a little bit low there. Let's get back up. Now, on this airplane, I tend to land with flaps in position 2, which I think is closer to 30 degrees. If you go full flaps, it's around 40. Which is very draggy, especially at light loads, and we got a long runway, so we should be okay. Stabilize there. This cockpit reminds me a lot of a Metroliner cockpit with the bars going right through the windshield there. It makes it pretty hard to see where you're going sometimes. Alright, we're stable, gear down. Props at 92 for landing. 115 knots, 110 knots, perfect. A little bit low there on the slope. 2 whites, 2 reds, looking good. Oof. Props forward, reverse. Get back on the center line there. And we are down. That was... Man, you can definitely tell I'm out of practice. My sight picture... I do not have the sight picture for landing this sucker. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bristol Airport. Now we're going to turn our nose wheel steering on. There it is. The green light means it's on. I don't know why I came to a stop there. Let's clean it up. Landing lights off. Open up the windows. That's the first thing I did. So you could hear that beta prop. We can come back to low idle. Hydraulic booster should be on. Turn that off. Start prepping the airplane for the ramp. Everything looks good there. Short little flight. Got to see some nice scenery. We'll take it over here to the hard stand on the left-hand side. Take a quick look at that replay. Ground just kind of snuck up on me there. And we can go ahead and turn the anti-collision off. Donation. Rand Cool coming in with a $10 bomb donation. Rand, thank you for that, man. Appreciate your support here on the channel. He says, cup ordered, and here is some change for more beverage. Rand Cool, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the content here, man. I'm also glad that you like the little mug design. Toga is definitely greater than Flex. We're going to be blasting off out of here with a Toga momentarily. So really appreciate that, Rand Cool. Thank you very much. Oop, that's not the ramp area. Let's go to this one right here. We'll go to spot 29. Now, my frames tank on this Orbix Bristol with these lights. It's like the HDR lighting. My frames always tank here. So we're going to have that issue in the flight factor, but as soon as we get away from the terminal, we'll be alright. Stop it here. Set the parking brake. Auto feather is off. Radios. Off. Off. And generator off. Cut off. Feather. Beacon light come off. Seatbelt sign off. Did that all out of order, but hey. And fuel pumps can come off as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bristol Airport. Fun little flight there. Let's do a quick replay of that. Enable, disable real view just for this because I have my track IR running. Get rid of that. And let's take a look at this replay. A little bit more. Right about there. Watch from the engine view here. David says, now the 320neo, my favorite plane. Oh yeah, we're just getting started, guys. We are just getting started. Peely says, my frames tank always on everything. Chris Lionheart, and now give me that Neo sound. Oh, it's coming, guys. It is coming. Man, PT6s and Neos in the same stream. I'm starting to spoil you guys. That didn't seem that hard. I'll have to take an outside look at that. Didn't seem that hard to me. Oops. Why are we? Back it up. We'll watch one more here from this view, and then it's time to get this party started. This was just the appetizer. Just the appetizer. I do love that, though. I mean, who doesn't love a little turboprop action? Woo! Went off center there, too. I don't know. I still like this little bird. I know it's probably not the most popular thing to stream with online on YouTube, but she deserves some love. Alright guys, I'm going to throw up the be right back screen. I will probably be very short. I don't think I'm even going to reload the sim. I'm just going to reload the aircraft. And you know what? I'm going to reload the sim because let's take our time. So give me about 5 minutes, throw up the be right back screen, and you're going to be welcomed with a beautiful 320 Neo. So I'll see you folks in just a second. Daniel, you're the man. Thanks for subscribing, dude. Yeah, y'all think I left you, huh? Welcome to the black hole of X-Plane. Now, we're just loading in right now. Should be good to go here momentarily. Giorgio, Hi, Captain. Good flight. Thank you, man. Welcome to the stream, dude. We're just getting ready to start a leg 2 with our lovely 320 here as soon as I can load into it. Done with preloading. We should have contact here momentarily. Let's see. Loading the 320 Ultimate. Is a 320neo available for purchase? No, it is an aircraft you have to manually modify, Dean. So if you have the 320, then you will have the well, you have to have the JAR design 320 as well to get the Neo engine. So it's basically a mod combining a couple different aircraft. So it's not for purchase yet, or like an official. There's no official 320 Neo. All right. My frames are going to suck against this terminal building, but hey, we're going to have to just deal with it. Get rid of Pilot Edge. We'll get rid of that. While we wait here, let's get the batteries on. And let's get the ground power on. Let's open up our doors. We're going to need air stairs there. And that should be good. Fuel, let's get the fuel truck as well. Nav lights coming on. Crew supply on. Ground control push button is on. 1, 2, and 3. Get the alignment going. Look what we have here. Martin, you are not late for the party, man. Definitely not late. All right, let's get this show on the road here. I need to refile a flight plan here with Sim Toolkit Pro. So while the aircraft is aligning itself, let's create a new flight here. We're going to depart EGGD to, oh man, Dublin. It's EIDW. There we go. EasyJet. We're going to go as EZ414. Generate the flight plan. That is loading up right now. David says, merchandise mug suggestion. VR, V2, or V1. Possible. Hi. Says, hi, FPS and this thing is horrible. No, not for me. Just on this airport specifically, when I'm under these HDR lights, it is pretty terrible. But what I also need to do is load up Active Sky, because we're going to load real weather. And then we're also going to load up our VATSIM flight plan. Get a refile here. So SimBrief is calculating right now. There is our Active Sky weather. Let's get the, oops, wrong one. Let's get our ground handling up to the aircraft. Let's get the aircraft serviced. Listen to that sound, huh? Oof. We've got the rain stairs. That's good over there. That's Sleazy Jet, Carta says. Yes, it is, man. All right, here is our route of flight. We're going to copy that. Let's change the livery on that ground handling as well. I'll just do Swiss. Swissport Services. All right, so this is going to be the route of flight, guys, that I'm going to be flying. I'm going to throw that in chat for you. Let me get XPilot loaded in, connect to the network. We'll be able to do VATSIM this here. We're going to go ahead and connect. And I need to put in call sign, easy. A320. Perfect. Easy 414, connect. Flight plan. In the box to EIDW. The new route of flight is this. Departure time is Zulu. Currently, we are looking at right now it's 1950Z, so let's make it at 2010. It's close enough. 2010Z. Perfect. File flight plan. Flight plan was submitted. Nearby controllers are up. Perfect. Alright. While we wait, we need to continue up with some of our flows here. Now I know it might be a little bit loud, so I'm going to turn down the... Oh no, it seems to be alright. Initialize. Let's start our route here. We're going to be going from GGD to EIDW.
Donation.
Martin!
Donation.
Coming in with a $3 bomb, man. What's going on? Thank you so much for that. He says, for that London City landing, missed that live. That was something else. Yeah, dude, definitely. Thank you so much for your support. And it was an adventure, man. It was a nail biter there at the end, for sure, going into London City. That was, yeah. I thought we were going off the end, man. Easy 414. I don't know if that's how they announce it, but we're going to set that. And let's look at our sound 3D here. Turn you down a little bit. Man, I need to get away from this terminal though, because the lights here for some reason just crush me. I don't know what I filed on my flight plan for top altitude. 34. I hope that's correct. It seems high for such a short flight. I'm gonna set 240. Align on ref, confirm. Departure 27. Peely says my VIP car was arriving. Alright. Where is our overview? I'm really liking Sim Toolkit Pro. I just have to figure out how to navigate it a little bit better. There we go. Expecting to part off runway 20. Wait, what? Runway 27. No SID, huh? Alright. Oh, wait. No, that's the wrong flight plan. What? Wow. Hold on. There we go. Just setting up my Sim Toolkit Pro, guys. Give me 1 second there. There we go. Hi, if you want to install the engines, but it's going to stay gray and I can't change the color. You have to make sure that your engine is the same, that your folder is the same name that you modified your engines with. So that, I know that can be confusing, but Carta explains it in his video too. So, IFR Sim, is it hailing outside? It sure sounds like it, doesn't it? Definitely sounds like it's hailing outside. I guess they want me to go off 09 now. Really? Alright, we'll take off runway 9er. BCN 1 Zulu. Insert that. I guess I need to be doing this up front. BCN Bravo Charlie November. After that, we're going to hook up with Quebec 63. Take us out to STU. Followed by Mike 17. to Vatry. Insert that. Eagle One says, I'll let you know the upgrade later. V1, have a good one, dude. Take it easy, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Simone says, I noticed that using the TK Lite mod really tanks your FPS. Really? Huh. I haven't had that experience yet. The only thing I know is when I stare at this terminal building here at Bristol, it is just very tanking. Expect, really? 2.8? Alright, 2.8 on the Vatrix, or Vatry, let's see. Nevada 1 X-ray. Interesting. Okay, we'll insert that. Alright, there's our flight plan. That looks good. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and look at our load now. Secondary, initialize. We're going to do a quick... Actually, we're going to skip that right now. Radnav init B. I want to get the load in here. So we're going to set us 6.5. That's a good load right there. 2/3. Cargo. That might be too heavy. That's a lot of cargo, huh? Set that. Perf data. Perfect. 6.5. What do we got for extra fuel? Hour 29 minutes for our alternate, which we don't really have yet, so we'll worry about that later. I'm not gonna file an alternate. EGGD is our departure airport. Perf speeds. What do we got? 30-34. We're gonna go 30-30. Flaps 1. Toga out of here. Alright, that looks good. We need to start the APU, and then we need to start talking to people on the ground here. Easy, Y is the ICAO? Ah, U2 is the IATA number. I gotcha. Chris says it doesn't matter which runway when you do the full thrust takeoff. I hear you, man. Let's run nav light on too. We'll spool up the APU. I guess I should have opened the door for those guys. Frank C's not changed the subject of the stream. You being in the DFW era, major announcement this Friday regarding the COVID-19 will be huge. Continued. Really? Is there something that happened already that I missed? I've got... Wow, my chat is blowing up right now. So we have our own pilot chat. I don't know what's happening, man. I don't want to read it on stream. I have to read it after stream, but let me know if I missed something. Stan, yes, I do have Aerosoft Dublin, man. I definitely do. I need to get away from this terminal because my frames are killing me here, guys. Let's get our fuel pumps on. We can go APU bleed, turn that off. Seatbelt sign on, arm that. What do we have for radios? Oh boy. So this is where I need to learn a little bit more. So London, Center, Manchester, EDGG. I guess I just go to Center, right? I'm gonna see if I hear anybody first. I gotta make sure I set my push to talk proper on my Warthog as well. My first time using the Airbus on Batsim. 122.8 for the Unicom. We'll set that. And then I gotta set this real quick, and then I think we should be good to go. We're in the Airbus profile. Warthog joystick. This needs to become do nothing. We will apply that. Done. Make sure my settings, push to talk, set new. It is button on the Warthog stick. Perfect. Does the iPad on the left come with the aircraft? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Alright, looking at the map. Unicom radio check. Not hearing. Settings. Push to talk. I'm not getting a transmit light on my yeah, no one in EGD, so it's London Center. I contact Carta. I gotcha, but I'm pressing the push to talk button and I'm not getting anything on my X-Pilot. That's no good. That's no good. Let's load up this while we're waiting. Arrival. Oops, nope. 10-9. And then we need to load up departure. What were we on? The BCN. Max speed 250 knots. Below 10,000, not a problem. 6,000 is a restriction there, so I'll set 6 for now. Alright, this is what I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to start a pushback so we're not facing this terminal. And then we'll be ready to go anyway. After that, I got to figure out what's going on with my push to talk. We no longer need ground power. We no longer need fuel. Remove. Close up the doors. That looks good there. Let's get rid of the ground handling. We'll just hide all. VIP limo is away. Arc mode. Constraints on. Current altimeter is 3021. 3021 set, and I'm going to start a pushback here because I cannot stand by this terminal anymore. I mean, I can't.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Oh, there's another EasyJet there. All right, I want you to turn me around. This is going to be a weird push, I know, guys, but trust me when I say this, it'll be amazing on the frames.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, doors, windows are closed and locked. Beacon is on. Frank sees the numbers in DFW will shock me. Really? I'm gonna have to check it out, man. Hospital's trying to figure out how to vent 2 persons on one system. Wow. Oh boy. Captain Birdo, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. I don't know why.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I don't know why I'm not getting any push to talk, man, for center. Let's see if I can hear anybody on 31.1. On 131.1. Just want to see if I can hear anybody on there. Oh, wait a second. Wow. It's that realistic. I didn't have the frickin'... I didn't have the radio selected. Now it's working. Radio check. Oops.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
London Center radio check. I will mess with this here.
Pushback and you may start engines.
Andre said you should have downloaded the EasyJet announcement sounds from the org. Ah, there's EasyJet announcements too? I definitely messed that one up, Andre. I'll have to check it out. I cannot, I just need to get away from this terminal. It's stressing me out just having my frames being tanked that much. Dougal, what's going on, man? Hope you had a good dinner there. London Center North, South. 32.6. I just wonder why I'm not hearing anybody back. Let's go back to Unicom. Unicom radio check. I hear some static. Oh, the frames are getting smoother as we back away from the terminal even more. Is it London in control on 2607? Yeah, London West Center 2607. I'll call them up, Carta. I just had to get away from the terminal because my mouse was even lagging. For some reason, it's just, I think it's the HDR lights from the terminal buildings. I've had that happen before. But we're going to do a complete 180 push. Oh, that looks awesome. David, what's going on, man? May you please list all the add-ons you're using? Yeah, at the bottom of the description, I've got the majority of all the add-ons I have. Now, there's Orbix. This is Orbix South, and this is the Orbix Bristol Airport as well. So they're two separate packages for the scenery. But pretty much everything I use is on the bottom of the description, minus maybe a few little things. Oh, I see so much. Like, look how much better the frames are now. All right, good. Now I can move my mouse around. 2607. We'll call up for clearance. London Center, easy 414. Like to pick up IFR to Dublin.
Easy 414 London, good evening. You're cleared to Dublin, Brecon 1 Zulu departure, squawk 4462.
Clear to Dublin, the Brecon 1 Zulu departure, squawking 4462, easy 414.
Easy 414, correct.
Complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, hey, we got VATSIM, parking brake is set. Hey, who's that guy coming in over there at 321? Excellent. Alright, Brecon 1 Zulu, which is what we have. We're going to be taking off runway 9er, so it's going to be a left-hand turn, 305. A couple of restrictions there, shouldn't be a problem. Max 250 below 6. I'm going to set 6 for now. Disconnecting hand signals. Alright, it's time to start these puppies up. Is that environmental sound coming from this? Oh, so much better. Wow. So much better. That was sounding like it was hailing. Alright, here we go. Let's turn it over. 38 PSI.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand
Spin 'em up.
signal on the right. We'll see you
Tim,
next
what's going on,
time
man?
and have
Welcome.
a safe flight.
So do I taxi with London Center as well? Will he give me the taxi instructions?
Minimum on descend flight level 80.
Is rain that loud in the cockpit? Not really, man. I turned it down. It was sounding really loud there. Oh. Spooling up the Neo. We've got contaminated runways and taxiways, so we're going to fire them both up. There goes our tug. Big D1, welcome. He says rain, low vis, Merc, must be England. It sure is, Big D. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Time to turn volume knob to 11. Oh yeah. Everything under London Center. Thank you, Carta. I think I should call for push and start.
Midland 111 vectoring for the ILS runway 12, fly heading 285.
Look at that freaking rain clouds coming. I mean, the visibility is 0. I'm sure glad I have scenery. Not. Alright, we got a good start on engine 2. We'll go ahead and turn those off. I'm going to do everything here before we start going. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral. We also have to put a squawk code in. Full left, full right, neutral. We're going to squawk 4462. All right. Doesn't matter what stand we came off of. Thank you for the subscription there. T. Chris 2. Thank you, man. I think we just came off of stand 2, didn't we?
London Control, good evening, Air France 947 with you.
Air France 947 London Control, good evening.
Alright. ATC is a little bit shouting. Let me try to turn them down even more. I know it's so my output volume is way down. But I don't know why it's so loud. And what I say, stand 2, ready to taxi, and what about ATIS? Do we have to call with ATIS? I mean, I have the current weather, but...
Midland 111, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1025.
5,000 feet, QNH 1025.
And London Easy 414 off of stand 2, we're ready to taxi.
Easy 414, taxi, holding point, Gulf X-ray, runway 09er, QNH 1024.
Alright, taxi Gulf X-ray holding point for 09er, Easy 414. Alright, Gulf X-ray. So... that's the holding point over here. Oops, wrong light. Wing light. Don't kill me. Brakes released. Let's do this thing. Oh, those engines. Carta, is that you? That's got to be one of you guys. The other Easy right there. That's awesome. I love that sim. I don't know why my airplanes don't have wheels yet, but... Alright, let's go ahead and stay focused. Auto brakes, max, takeoff, config, flight attendant panel. Please be seated for departure. Perf data, everything else looks good there. TARA, we're going to Gulf Zulu holding point. I guess he's going to be giving me everything in... QNH 1023 is set. Oh. Goodbye, Bristol. 1024 Carter? Yeah, that's what he said. I'll set it to 1024. Flight 23, what's going on, man? Look for anything, or what book? Hold on, it's too loud. What book or anything do you recommend to pass the FAA knowledge for PPL? whatever they give you in the, what is it? It's not a Gleim. Is it the Gleim? There's also another one. The Jeppesen Private Pilot has a lot of information.
Good evening, Eurojet 69.
That would be a recommendation I'd have for you.
Inbound Strumble. Eurojet 69, Bravo Delta, under control. Good evening.
Let's take a look at this. Listen to this Neo sound here. Woo. Special shout out. Wow, I gotta turn those audio down. I don't know why that's freaking yelling in my ear.
It's actually pretty well straight across the runway. You happy with runway 26?
I wish there was a way I could turn it down for you guys. But shout out to Carta for getting the Neo livery out to me, specifically for the 320 Neo.
Info 3, Sierra Mike Roger, after departure runway 26. Right turn direct, Exmoor, squawk 0470, climb initially flight level 70.
Alright, so the Gulf X-ray holding point, which is all the way at the end there. Tesla guy, welcome to the stream, man. Will DV says I flew from Bristol to Nice last summer after my flight from Gatwick was canceled. Ooh.
Apologies. Info 35, Mike, correct.
Nobody likes a canceled flight, man. Canceled flights just not good for anybody.
Midland 111, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Flight 23, also look up a book called Everything Explained. And I don't know if it's only for commercial pilot. I wonder if they have one for private pilot, but it's called, the book is literally called Everything Explained, Commercial Pilot or Private Pilot. That is one of the most useful books you will have as well in your training. I don't know, however, if they have just a private pilot. It may only be a commercial pilot.
Mike, thank you. Push and start approved.
Either way, it wouldn't hurt you to have it because of the information it has. It's fantastic. It's called Everything Explained, and then either commercial pilot or private pilot. Check that one out too. Dimitri says, here comes the weird random ASXP X Vision flickering. Runway ahead. Gulf X-ray is just up there, so we're a little bit further to go. Gotta love those Neo motors though. Gotta love it. Alright, here's the 09 Gulf X-ray holding point. ILS critical area. Brake set, lights off. Aquarius coming in with a 5 British pound donation. Thank you so much, man. He says, loving the streams. Safe flight, mate. Aquarius, thank you so much for your support, man. Really appreciate it. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Now, I'm going to call this guy, but in the States anyway, most of the time you do not have to call for takeoff or let them know that you're ready. They just assume that you're ready upon reaching. I think this is a European thing where you actually call ready. So I'll give them a call here. Let me just make sure everything else is done. 4462 in the box. We're going up to 6,000 feet. No other restrictions here on the SID. Let me just do another quick 1 X-ray departure. 8.2% up to 3,000 due to obstacle clearance purposes. Climb straight. Max at 6,000, turn right, 150 inbound, cross 20. Ah, so we can set... Oh, they already have the waypoints in there, though. I was going to say we could do some range rings here.
Easy 414 London, just checking your on frequency.
Easy 414, they just are into we are ready for departure, 09er.
Easy 414, Roger, just towers come online now, that's all, but stay with me, runway 09er, clear for takeoff, surface wind 0507 knots.
Alright, we'll stay with you, 09er clear for takeoff, easy 414. Alright, let's light them up and get out of here, guys.
Right at 5 Delta with you, headed to Fonda. Right at 5 Delta, under control, good evening.
Oh my goodness. Those engines. Andre coming in with the weather radar suggestion. Definitely good one there, Andre. I'm just so, I mean, it's so weird.
Midland 111, turn left heading 205.
The whole VATSIM element just kind of throws me off. I don't know why, but it feels cool to be part of a large network and hearing all the traffic. You know, it's making me slow down subconsciously. Like, I'm not intending to be slow and scattered, but it just, I don't know, it's cool. I got to get used to it. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Station calling, say again, call sign.
West track 4.
West track 4, roger. London Control, good evening. Shortmark 642, London, good evening. Climb flight level 340.
340, Shortmark 642. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Oh yeah, we are cleared for takeoff. You guys ready?
111, descend to altitude 2,500 feet.
That's 2,500 minimum.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Man, Toga SRS runway auto thrust is blue. Sound love emojis in chat, baby. 80 knots thrust set. Neutral by 100. Here we go. Stay focused. Man, we are rocketing. A V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Nav. Disarm and chrono. Mantoga SRS nav, we're looking good. Up to 6,000. That's our first restriction. At or above 3. McShiggity!
414, squawk ident. No, disregard. Report your passing level.
Easy 414, we're 2.2, climbing 6.
Midland 111, just taking you through the localizer there. Turn left heading
Thrust climb, climb auto
090
thrust.
degrees.
Flap 0.
Closing from the right, cleared ILS approach runway 12.
McShiggity! I'm gonna get to that message in a second, man. Let's do it right now. Let's go autopilot 1 on. McShiggity pilot coming with a $5 bomb.
Easy 414, climb flight level 150.
Climb flight level 150, easy 414. Sorry, McShiggity? McShiggity says, how long does it take you from when you show up for your flight and real job to take off? Do you have a crew meeting? Yes, so we'll have a briefing, McShiggity. It's typically, you know, if it's a first flight of the day, new crew or something like that, we'll do a full-on briefing. Now, our show times are right about 45 minutes prior to aircraft departure time. So that's when we show up, at 45 minutes prior. But thank you so much for your support, man. $5 bomb to the channel. Positive rates in chat. Thank you so much, McShiggity. Glad you're enjoying the content, man.
That's Biba 460, Mike, London Control. Say again your position.
Tim Simmering, that was a quick rotation. Yeah, we were no hesitation there. It was a little bit faster than I wanted to. I think the trim, I forgot to set the trim or look at the trim.
That's Biba 460, Mike. Roger. London, please, on frequency 129.425.
What? X-Plane is not running in real time because my frame rate is less than 20. X-Pilot will automatically disconnect if this is not corrected. Interesting. My frames are less than 20? Oh, I went away now. Interesting.
Info 35 Mike, taxi holding point Charlie, and hold short runway 26.
Now he gave me a climb and maintain. He gave me a climb and maintain, which in the United States would be up to 15,000 unrestricted, but I don't know if that's the case. I don't know, man. Is it the same as a climb via, or is it a climb like just
November 116 Bravo.
do not climb until advised? I mean, he technically said climb and maintain, so screw it. We're going open climb. 15 blue.
Midland 111, London, runway
There's our transition at 6,000.
Standard
Standard set. Wow. Gosh, those engines.
Question 4, is it possible to get
Chris says I'm about to exit mid-flight just to play with my Neo.
Yeah, West.
Dimitri says we need an emoji for the folks posting chronos emoji in chat.
Climb flight level 340.
climb flight level 340 West Jet Fox.
Alright, we're climbing to maintain 15,000. Just fly the airplane, right? It's just like a normal flight. I feel so out of place in a different country over here, but or even different continent even. I guess we'll just fly the plane. Everything is looking good. BCN, we are tracking on course. Here comes 10,000 feet. Don't accelerate. Don't pass 250 until 10,000, so we know that is good. There comes 10,000 feet. We'll get rid of the French speed brakes. Wing lights can come off. There's 10,000. How about a flyby view? Headphone users, use caution.
Ryanair 5 Delta.
Nice
Resume
little
on
crab.
navigation, direct MEDOC. Human navigation, direct MEDOC. Ryanair 5.
Alright, we're not going to climb at 340 knots, so I'm going to manually select speed 300. Too bad. Good thing I have all that Orbix scenery, right? If I had to pick my your favorite European airport, what would you go for? Man, I really liked London City, but we'll see. I'll have to go around. We're gonna all of Europe, like the continent of Europe. I'll have to think about that one, Tesla guy. The flight surgeon says, does each airline publish company routes, or do you manually enter? We manually enter them, man. Flight surgeon.
Info 3
We manually enter the routes. Keeps the database clear. Now, once we get a PDC clearance, you can upload it. You can uplink your route once you get it from air traffic control. You can uplink it right into the MCDU. Definitely.
Midland 111, welcome to Cardiff, taxi stand 8.
Those frickin' engines, man. Those engines. Let's do another flyby.
Roger, thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Leveling 15,000, speed alt star.
Easy 414, climb flight level 240.
Climb to flight level 240, easy 414. Here we go. Just climb, open climb. 24. Oops. 24 blue, that's why we always do that. I almost violated it right there.
Air France 947, contact London control frequency 129.425. Bye.
London
I'm
control.
gonna see what my GPU is running. It seems to be alright right now.
Control 2194.
Can we go to Malta just because I'm from there? Gaming? Maybe. We'll see, man. I've got in the Discord, in the V1 Discord, guys, I have the kind of a Euro tour slot. And if you have a route request, that's the place to post it. And I highly suggest that you guys put in the scenery that you use. If you have a custom scenery that you like to use, like maybe you have one from the org store or just a freeware one, post the route that you want to see and then the scenery that goes with it. Because my European scenery is pretty nil, other than what Orbix provides, minus a couple airports here and there. So, what about some Airbus factory tour? Ooh, where is the? I know there's an Airbus factory here in the States now, but where is the town?
EG69 Bravo Delta. Expect Grove 1
That
Charlie
Airbus
arrival.
is actually manufactured. It's got to be Toulouse, right? I think it's Toulouse, France.
129.425.
How does AirRack work in real life? Every 28 days, the flight surgeon, maintenance will come in and they will load the database in the aircraft. So they'll come over here, and this right here is see where it says McDo ready? Now, depending on the airplane, it'll either be a flash drive, it may be a floppy disk. Some of you young guys may not even know what a floppy disk is. But it'll be a floppy disk, flash drive, or they can do it from a USB uplink. And then we come into the data page over here, aircraft status, and you'll see that new nav database. Then what happens is right before every day that it switches over, at the end of the month, beginning of a new month, we'll switch it over at 02 Zulu, I believe, 02 Zulu, we'll switch the database. But most often it's going to be current, but you always, that's one thing you check. That's why our diffstrip is data page, and this is where you check. You want to make sure you're on the current database, you got the right engines. Like, this would be no good. We have Pratt & Whitney's out there. So, Stan coming in with a 10-pound bomb. Thank you so much, man. He says, for the rare event of V1 overflying my house in South Wales.
Climb flight level 340.
Climb to 340, easy 414. Up to 340. Up we go. It's a high altitude for such a short flight, but Stan, thank you so much for that $10 or 10 British pound bomb. He says South Wales down there in the mist. Awesome stream as usual. Stan, thank you so much for your support, man. I wish I could see your house down there, dude. I really do. Unfortunately, oh, there's a little bit of scenery. Oh yeah, look at that. Where are we at? I need to find out where I am on the map because I'm really unfamiliar with the territory around here. Oh, seeing that Orbix through there though. Woo, buddy. Toulouse, France. Yep, thank you. Stan, so you're South Wales, right? So, if I'm not mistaken, Wales is a little bit more out here, right? Yeah, because that's Dublin, Ireland, so this is the South Wales area. I see some windmills down there. I see them. Toulouse and Hamburg. Awesome. Tim says Toulouse is 2 hours away from your house. I often go to see many new Airbuses on tests, circling for hours. That's cool, man. Yeah, I've just started noticing, even here in the States, when you're flying down south around New Orleans, they have an Airbus test flight going because they've got the first U.S. factory now. So I've seen them over there. Or not seen them, but I've heard them on the radio and stuff. They'll do... I actually heard one guy one time doing a rapid descent practice, or he needed to clear the airspace because they needed to test something. But pretty cool. Austin Powers, isn't that what Viagra is for? Oh man. He says, why does the Eric get updated so frequently? I can't imagine that Sydney stars and route changes that much north a month. You would be surprised, Peely.
Charlie arrival, landing runway 09.
Oop, I just got a X-plane, real time. Automatic disconnect has been canceled. Okay, so I guess I'm fine. Oh, it's because it's reloading. There we go. Active sky reload. There you go, Dimitri. I know you hate to see that. I'm over Wales now.
All right, good. Under control. Hello, clear to enter control airspace in the climb. Climb now, flight level 150.
I am in South Wales now. Well, see, there you go, man. Okay, I am in... Oh, yeah, that's right. Bristol's over here. My bad. Yeah. So you guys are going to tear me up. I know it. I know the Mach Loop is around here somewhere, though, right? Isn't the Mach Loop around here somewhere? I feel like that's too far north.
Shamrock 642, London, report your Mach number.
You guys are going to kill me. My geography skills.
Shamrock 642, report your Mach number.
Alright, let's go ahead and make sure everything is looking good here in the cockpit. What do we got? We're probably going to end up having to do a freaking Cat 3 into Dublin.
Thank you.
Who's got the Dublin weather?
414, speed Mach decimal 76 or less.
Alright, 7.6 or less for easy 414. Can we amend the climb to maybe 300 for a top altitude?
Yeah, easy 414, that works for me. Climb flight level 300.
Alright, climb maintaining flight level 300, 76 or less on the speed, easy 414. Alright, so 7.6 or less on the speed. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just play with it here. We'll do 25. Oops, that's... What? Oh, yeah. Here we go. 25. Cost index is a 7.6. Perfect. That looks good to me. And what is that in climb phase? Let's see what it is. Yeah, that'll work. 7.6 or less. We're cost indexed. I'm going to set up EIDW here just so I know what's going on. I'm going to have to set up for the approach early. Yeah, we're only 124 miles out. The Vader 1 X-ray, so let's pull that up. We can get rid of all these. EIDW. Arrival. The Vader 1 X-ray. Battery?
Tomcat 7 Bravo Echo, descend flight level 120.
7120, Tomcat 7 Bravo Echo.
Alright, so I see that. A lot of speed restrictions, and then we're going to be doing the ILS to the runway 28. Really? Airport briefing 10-9. Where's the 10? There's no 10-9. There it is, 10-9. Alright, so 2834. Out cruise, leveling 300. We'll get the seatbelt sign off.
Cargo looks.
Oh, look at that
Uniform
shot.
London Control. Good evening. Maintain flight level 370.
Captain Florida, am I still flying in real life? Yes, I am for the moment. We'll see what happens here though in a while, dude, with this COVID-19 thing. It's getting crazy. I hope to see a beluga one day, Aquarius. They're ugly in real life, not gonna lie.
642, descend flight level 240. And
Tesla says V1 Britain also has offshore wind farms for
80
hauling Bristol,
Bristol.
Eastern Europe, or something else. You put on them. Yep, I read about them after that initial stream into London City, guys. I read about those offshore wind farms. It's pretty cool. I had no idea.
Good evening, Cargo looks 53 Juliet 1370.
Hamburg. Oh man, I'm gonna totally
Cargo looks
picture
53
that.
Juliet London Control. Good evening. Thanks for calling in. Speed.
It's actually a pretty
maintain
cool
flight
airport.
level 370.
Apparently planes have to let
370.
pass big ships before landing. Ah, that's cool. There's a couple airports in the States that have that because there's some big shipping channels. I know Philadelphia has one where they have some special approaches for ships. And I think New Orleans is another one. There's actually a special approach, a Zulu and Yankee, depending if there's ships on the bay there or not. Dimitri says, I don't mind the ASXP or X Vision, it's just the X Enviro overcast. Yeah. Are regular wingtips still coming on 319, or most have upgraded to Sharklets? No, you still see regular wingtips on the 319s. They're still out there. I think most newer planes are coming with the Sharklets, though. Jump and run, what's going on, man? I see here an Airbus Beluga twice a day. I'm working right under the ILS course to the bus factory at Hamburg. Can identify the sound with ease. Don't even have to look. Yep.
Westnet 4, redirect Sonot.
Carter says I should be able to get ATIS on 121.1. Let's take a listen. Let's go over here to the FO side.
Roger.
121.1.
Easy 414, when ready, descend flight level 240, level 10 miles before factory, and speed on conversion 270 knots or less.
Alright, pilot's discretion 240, and we'll make sure we do that within 10 miles from Vatry, and 270 knots or less for easy 414. Woo! Alright, I wish I had a working fixed info page now. I have a video out for this right now, but I'm not going to, I'm trying to save it for when I go out of town. We're going to start down now. He said add our discretion. We'll go down to 240. We'll put that in below mode. In the transition, 270, which is pretty much at the cost index of 25. So we're looking good there. It wasn't picking up the ATIS, though.
Info 35 Mike, climb flight level 240.
Yeah, I don't think the flight factor works with the ATIS.
That was at Cargo Lux calling.
Hi, from KLAX 532.
Which is unfortunate.
If it's speed-wise an issue, but the company ahead of us, we can class 3.
Alright, how are we looking here? EIDW, here's our approach. We're going to be hitting up Battery 10 prior to Battery at 24, 270 in the transition. We're going to be doing that.
Cargo Lux 53 Juliet.
Looks like it bottoms out at 7,000 feet here. 230 knots.
I think the company ahead of us is same level, as far as I know. So if there is a need from ADCU, from
radar vectoring will be provided. Oh, digital ATIS is 2453.
Whatever you prefer.
Roger, got you.
See if I can do a different frequency. 2453.
Question 5, passing level 170. WestJet 5, London Control, good evening.
Nothing there either. Alright, we are 28. Oh boy, we need to be within 10 miles.
Shamrock 642, contact Shannon. Report your speed to Shannon Control, frequency 131.
I really wish I had... Oh yeah, 34 miles out. We got plenty of time. I really wish I had the fixed info page on the flight factor. We're looking good though. 270 in the transition.
414, report your speed to Shannon 131.150.
131.150. Easy 414, we'll see you. 3115.
Do you want us to leave upon exit, sir? Just go there.
Alright, there we go. DarrenAllen says, afternoon, sir. Tip for Dublin, if there's little traffic, once you go to Battery, you can usually take a direct lap mow for the ILS-28, so just lap mow, no more than 190 as it goes quick. EIDW is from local. David, thanks for the tip, man. We'll definitely check it out. Shannon Easy 414 at flight level 277, descending 240, speed 270.
Easy 414, hello, speed 250, descend flight level 160.
Speed 250, descend and maintain 160, Easy 414. I gotta remember that your flight levels are all different here too. 6,000 is a flight level technically, right? For the States, it's 18,000, so we would say 16,000, but I guess you can say flight level 160. All right, we're gonna descend. I'm gonna get the boards out. I feel like this is gonna come up quick.
Stewart 328, Mike, further climbing 4 miles. Copy, 735 Mike.
Oh yeah, here comes a flyby shot. KS says, oh man, I really rarely find a stream with the Embraer 110. Yeah man, we had a short flight with the Embraer 110 this morning, or this afternoon. Definitely enjoyed that. I haven't flown that plane in a very long time. Dimitri, no fix info on the FF McDo. Damn you, FF. Yep. Definitely, man. The fix info page on the flight factor, I don't even want to talk about it. It's been promised for like literally 2 years. Enter destination data. We do need to do that. So
Stewart 328, Mike, thanks for that climb now. Flight level 9.
Let's go ahead and...
No problem, climb flight level 9 is
EIDW.
Yeah, today 31, report your clear level to London 133.7.
Perf data, next phase, approach.
Hold the level to London on 133.7, the United 831 Heavy. Thanks for the ATC and we'll see you again on cross the pond.
EIDW METAR is...
Right, I found out Cleveland would keep passing through 2000.
Does it have a METAR? What the
Right,
heck?
I do correction, running flight Delta, Canadian, descent flight level 200, Airline 1 Lima arrival.
My Sim Toolkit Pro is letting me down.
Lima arrival and down to level 200, running flight Delta.
What about a TAF? No TAF, no weather.
Subscriber ahead. Look up.
Rip.
Shamrock 113, readability 2, climb flight level 230.
Haiti, what's going on, man? Take a chill pill. Let's hang out, man. Tesla Guy says, what's your view on alternative fuels and renewables from an airline pilot's perspective? Well, you know, it's gonna cost the passengers more because you're gonna have a fuel surcharge for sure. I've seen that in the past, but I mean, if it can save the environment, I mean, why not? It's not like I'm against it. Alright, we're just gonna take this weather here. 13,000 room, altimeter 3027.
Channel Center, good evening. Lufthansa 94
Oh, we're in QNH now.
Flight level 149.
What is that? What is 3027 in,
Flight level 80 and it's climb at 1 Lima arrival.
It's just 1025. Haha. See a little cheat method there. QNH 1025. So it tells you 1025 and 3027 there. Winds 280 at 8. Temperature of, doesn't say.
4961 radio check.
It's got to be like, I'm gonna guess 12 degrees. That's my guess.
4961, thanks. Descent flight level 140.
All right, get rid of the map page. We no longer need you. Let's look at the approach.
Shamrock 642, descent flight level 70, expedite to be 70 at start. Descent flight level
I'm gonna set up for
LS.
I'm gonna set up for a Cat 3, guys. We're gonna set up for a Cat 3. You guys want to see an auto land? Because I think the Viz is pretty far. It's pretty down there. Oh wait, no, wait a see. Carter coming in 290 at 6, view at 2,000. Oh no, we don't need a Cat 3.
Shamrock 642, speed 280 and outdoor greater.
Nonsense. Speed Alt Star. We'll store the speed brakes. That was a long descent there. So we're gonna go back. We don't need to do the Cat 3. We'll just do a standard approach.
Yankee Delta to report your passing level. Passing flight level 65.
111.35, 279 approach course. MDA for us is going to be 402.
Left of direction, flight level 2.
Straight in, yep.
3 Yankee Delta.
402 in the MDA. That looks good. Config full. The app is 132. Transition out to 6,000. Descend to flight level 80. Easy 414.
Right, 5 Delta. Sorry about the late call. Descend flight level 90.
8,000. Here we go. Down we go. 8,000 blue. Thrust idle open. Descent. Our approach is set. We're going to go low brakes. Flaps full. Reverse as required. That's a pretty simple straight in approach. We all know how to brief approaches by now. EIDW low for ILS. Looks like we're going to double back, probably Sierra 5, Sierra 6 high speed, right turn, Sierra back to the ramp, south apron. That should be good. Here we go. Temperature in Dublin is 4 degrees. Wow. It's that quiet, huh? Or that cold?
Right, 113, contact London 133. The 143, that's 17113. Thank you, bye-bye.
Alright, seatbelt sign is going back on. Oh, well, it was on the whole flight. 4 degrees, temperature is set. Alright, 250 knots, descending 6,000, 8,000.
105.
Beautiful. Alright. It's gonna take me a while to get used to this whole European thing. I'll get there though. Yeah, Rumco, I'm confused by the different measures. Definitely, man. QNH and all this stuff. 8,000, flight level 8,000 just sounds so foreign to me. I'll end up going back to work and they'll be like, hey, I'll come down to flight level 8,000. Controller will be like, what? Definitely gonna watch the anti-ice there, Carter. Appreciate it, man.
230 for sequencing, 9 for Alpha.
Shamrock 4961, descent flight level 90. Descent flight level 90, Shamrock 4961. Easy 414.
Dean Michael says, I've seen Sim Toolkit Pro. Oops. Was that 230 knots for Easy 414?
Hey, correct, 230.
Or was that 230 Easy 414? Alright, what the heck is that? Alright, 230, we're going to set that up. Let's get the anti-ice on. Definitely in icing conditions right now. What? is this flight factor. I think that was a frequency change for me. What on earth is that?
Shannon, Shamrock 1 kilo, passing 9,000 on the left 5 off.
Oh wow.
Shamrock 1 Alpha Kilo, Shannon Control, hello, identified. Flight heading.
I have no idea what that is there.
085, Shamrock 1 Alpha Kilo.
Shamrock 5, climb flight level 120.
Savina? Sopep? Lapmo.
Double departure, hello, Shamrock 105. Sorry
Oh,
for
it's got a hold
He's
there.
already 8,000 feet with you. Shamrock 105, thanks for fan side.
Alright, well, we're not going to do the hold.
Climb
not
to
gonna do the
50 expert and I apologize for the lag. It's okay. Just on the 94 Alpha, ski to approach 121.1 bye.
Let's go get that out of there. Here comes 10,000 feet. We'll get the French speed brakes out, help us out a little bit. Oh, I know Europe doesn't like wing lights. We'll turn those off.
121.1 for Lufthansa 94 Alpha. Stoker 328 might contact London 33133.7 bye. Southern approach, good evening, Lufthansa 94 Alpha with you, flight level 805, my heading 095.
Man, this radio is so congested.
Continue for 28, number 2, Lufthansa 94 Alpha.
Dimitri, his icing even modeled. You're wicked, man. You're savage. Dimitri is a savage for sure. But he's right. It's not modeled. I don't think so. I mean, I've never had an issue with it. Yeah, there is a managed speed restriction, but he restricted me at 230 already, so that's our last assign. We got to maintain 230.
Alright, 5 Delta, turn left heading to 5.
That's a figure eight approach, Peely. Yeah, it is. And I know what to do in the real airplane here if we had a hold, but I'm pretty sure if I do it in the flight factor box, it'll cause a crash to desktop. So we're just going to leave it. Worst comes to worst, I'll just put it in heading mode and fly it because I don't want to have a CTD. I know messing with holds is not good with the flight factor. Romulus says, looks like an attempt to draw a shamrock.
Descent flight level 70, contact approach frequency 121.1 by way.
Alright, 7,121.1, easy 414. I think it was 21.1. Down to 7,000, here we go. Speed brakes are still out. Yeah, I know. That approach easy 414 is leveling 7,230 knots.
414, good evening. 1 Lima arrival runway 28, continue.
I'm sorry, say again?
414, hello. The 1 Lima arrival runway 28, continue.
1 Lima arrival 28 continuous. Easy 414. I can hear my voice echoing. That's so weird. Why is my voice echoing? This is so weird, man. 1 Lima arrival? Oh boy. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. This is all 1 X-ray. Is there a 1 Lima? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, 1 Zulu. Oh, battery 1 Lima. Oh, crap.
From Lapo, cleared ILS, runway 28, will report. Lufthansa 94 up.
Battery 1 Lima. Insert. There we go. Whew. Alright, he gave us the 1 Lima. Yeah, COM 2 was also turned on. That was right. I think that fixed it. Alright. Alright, so we're 230, 7,000 feet. And we're on the 1 Lima now, which is going to take us out to the right, then a sharp left turn back in. Like, this is a crazy arrival. Holy smokes. This arrival. Look at this thing. Basically an arc. We're still level 7,000. Everything looks good. Golly, this is a stressful flight. This is stressful for me.
Shamrock 642, speed 1, EMCO.
But look at that Neo, though.
Contact RNI 118, that's 6 goodbye.
Thanks, Dougal. Got it. Oh, man. Take a breather here for a second. Have some bourbon. That Irish accent, though. I know. That's the other, not only is all the format's different, right? Like the conversions and the language itself is different, but the accent is thick. Turn right heading 060, easy 414. Oh man, flight factor F'd me. Yeah, we just saw that. Do you want us to rejoin the route for easy 414? Sorry about that.
414, no, just turn right 060, we'll turn yes right shortly anyway.
Okay, roger that, thanks. 060 on the heading, easy 414. Wow, thank you, Flight Factor. I put in the new arrival at trip to heading mode. I never verified that we were in nav mode and we missed the turn. Whew. Way to go, Flight Factor. And me. That's my fault. I should have verified that we were still in nav mode when I put the 1 Lima arrival in there. I F that up. LS push buttons on. 111.35, that's in there. 279 is the approach course. 402. I can barely hear this guy now. That's the thing. Everyone else is so loud, but I can barely hear this guy.
210 and established. And,
Philip says, I know how you feel, man. I've only been flying the bus in Europe. Looking forward to flying to the U.S. And the 350 is ready. Yes, Philip, you got to do it, man. This is a huge learning experience for me, even as someone who's typed in the airplane, got thousands of hours in the airplane. You know, it really is. And I've had international experience, but never in Europe, you know, so just having it all thrown at me at one time there is, it's definitely a challenge, but I enjoy it.
414, you can route the rack lap mode, descend the altitude 330, speak to Phoenix 1026,
I think that was for me, but his mic is coming in really quiet. I think that was for easy 414, but you're coming in very weak. Did you say direct Lapmo and rejoin?
You can route the rack lap mode, descend the altitude 3,000 feet, units 1026 hectopascal.
Alright, descend and maintain 3,000 direct to Lapmo 1026 easy 414. Alright, I could barely hear that, guys. Lapmo, insert, there we go, 3,000 feet, 1026 out of the transition.
Just confirm Shamrock 4961.
Oh, come on. 1026 is set. We're navving direct Lapmo now. Potato Pot says, tell the guy on approach you have the egg timers on board when you talk. What's that mean? I feel like you're going to try to get me in trouble, man. What's the speed at Lapmo? 180 knots, so we're going to make sure we slow to 180. Oh, man.
Number 4961, just confirm your established.
Negative, we have an installed Lapmo, yeah. Shamrock 496 established.
Welcome, you can reduce speed.
Philip says, now you got me very excited and inspired. Philip, excellent, man.
64, Shamrock 4961, now we just pick up knock established.
Excellent stuff, sir. You can contact RNI 118.6, good night.
Do I have oceanic experience going on? Yeah, so basically we call it, oh man.
414 from Lapmo, cleared LS, put from weight to the airport established.
Did he say 3? Alright, from Lapmo, cleared, ILS approach, report established, easy 414. I didn't even hear what runway he said.
Runner 5,000, you can route the rack Lapmo, descend the altitude 4,000 feet, units 1026.
Descend 3,000, route at Lapmo, and XH 10.
I'm pretty sure...
I just confirmed it's 4,000 feet.
I have no idea, man. I can barely hear him. But we'll slow to 180 at Lapmo, and we'll report established on the approach. Oof. I just want to get through this without screwing up too bad. I'm sure I've already screwed up a ton. Part of it too is navigating these charts, man. I have a hard time navigating my charts. Port established, Lapmo inbound. Alright, we'll do that. So into a whoop whoop, British accent, yep.
Easy 414, speed 210 knots.
210 knots, easy 414. Man, descending and slowing down, not a good thing to do for the bus here. We'll get the brakes out. Runway 28, got it, Simone. Whew, man. What about your backup altimeter, Runco? Yeah, I'll change it. I mean, it's only off to 2.2.
Under 5,000, you can be
20 feet will be alright.
3,000 feet from Lamo, cleared LS, good runway 28,
Not even.
established. That's 3,000 from Lamo, cleared LS, good QA, proposal established, 25,000.
Report established inbound from Lapmo. So, let's go ahead and arm the approach. Cap 3 dual autopilot 1+2, glide slope blue, a loc blue. Alright, alright. Things are looking up, guys. We can do this. Stow the boards. Let's get our screens ready here. 2.8 is the majority of the time for Dublin. Alright, that's what I figured. I thought he said 3 something. I don't know, man. I'm all over the place. Loke Star. Easy 414, we're established ILS 2.8.
Easy 414, speed 160 to 4D, meeting contact tower, night 1 minute, that's 16, good night.
Alright, 160 to 4 out over to tower, easy 414, we'll see you. Alright, VFE next minus 10, flaps 1. 118.6 for tower.
Right, Sierra 5, contact open ground, 121, bye-bye.
Hello?
I've taken Sierra 4, contact ground 121.4, and thanks for the ATC.
VFE next minus 10, flaps 2. Ooh, yeah. Daniel Smith, 20 feet per minute. Oof.
4961.
Let's hope not, man.
0 degrees, 6 knots.
There's glide slope star. Go around altitude.
Number reach number 4961.
Max 3,000 and then 5. So we'll set 3 first, which is set. Glide slope. Dublin Tower, easy 414 is just outside max EV, ILS 2.8.
Easy 414, continue approach 1 to land. Surface wind is 290 degrees, 6 knots.
Alright, continue ILS 2.8, easy 414. Alright, continue. He did not give us clear to land. He gave us a continue, so we will just continue the approach. We're pretty much flaps 280 knots. We're below 180, so we're looking really good here. I should probably make sure the approach phase is activated. It is not.
2,500.
There we go. Activated and confirmed. Everything looks good. Issa says the last time 3.4 was active, never. Alright. Alright, here comes 2,000 feet above touchdown, right? Because it's only, 200 feet above the ground, so we're there. Oh yeah. Look at that. Thank you.
Ahead. Look up.
Joaquin, for the subscription, man. Appreciate it. VFE next minus 10, flaps 3.
Sierra 4961, big hit right, Sierra 5, contact open ground.
Cabin ready.
Bye-bye.
VFE next.
Get Sierra 4 and ground 126.
Flaps full. Land checks, camera crew advised, auto thrust speed.
Surface wind in 290 degrees 6 knots, clear to land runway 28.
Clear to land, 28, easy 414. Auto thrust speed, ECAM memo, landing all green, landing checklist complete. Ladies and gentlemen, autopilot is coming off. Let's land this sucker. Cat 1. Alright, we're 2 whites, 2 reds, and I'm getting high on the slope. I'm not going to pay attention to chat. My first touchdown in Dublin. I definitely need a Guinness after this. I'm a huge fan of Guinness. And I hear that Guinness in Ireland is completely different than the Guinness they serve elsewhere. So I would be very excited to have a true Guinness. Especially after this flight. Man, this is a shallow glide slope. I feel so shallow. Maybe it's just because I'm used to that London City was the last one we did. We came in at 5.5. I feel like I'm dragging this one in. But we're looking good. Red over white, you're all right. Red over red, you're dead. We're looking good right now.
400. 300. 100 above. 200. Minimum 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard. Retard 5.
Ooh, baby. Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. Manual brakes, 70 knots. Stow the buckets. Wow, we went long on that one. Right turn Sierra 5 over to ground, easy 414. Bye-bye, thanks for your help. Wow, I don't even know what that one was. This one says 205, I thought it was like 2 something. Did not even notice it really there. Dublin ground 21.8. I have no idea where I'm parking, so... Dublin ground, easy 414, vacating Sierra 5, going to the south apron.
Easy 414, continue taxi Sierra 5, right Sierra, hold short runway 1634.
Sierra 5, Sierra, hold short of 1634, easy 414. Ooh.
Emirates 164, contact Dublin Tower 118.16. Dublin Tower 118.16, Emirates 164,
Daniel Smith says, beer is on me. Alright, man. Clean it up, let's get to the gate. Check out some of this Aerosoft Dublin. Where's the parking gates? Parking stands. Sierra holds short. We're going to put it in Pier 4 there. I don't even know if that's accurate or not, but we'll do it. And then we'll shut down engine number 2 because I know they like to do the single engine taxi here. So yellow electric pump is on. We'll simulate a 5-minute cool down. We'll never get it with this. So engine 2, come off. I'll fire up the APU as well. I gotta get those EasyJet announcements Andre was talking about. That's just a spurious warning. Clear ECAM. Sierra holds short. there's somebody over there.
Radar 5 Delta, continue taxi 05 right Sierra.
Continue taxi 05 right Sierra.
Whew. There we go. It's the low-cost gates Ryanair uses them. Perfect. Davin, you said you go for one of the gates up north. Ah, man, I don't want to make that taxi. I want to see that replay though. Look at the people on the ground. Oh, freaking sweet. APU is online. Engine 2 is off.
Runner 5 Delta stand 616.
Chris says nice and safe landing, like from the books. Hey man, we'll take it.
Give you 610.
Looking good.
Easy 414, continue taxi cross runway 1634, Bravo 2, Bravo 1, stand 412.
Alright, quit across 34, Bravo 2, Bravo 1, stand 12, easy 414.
Stand 412.
416, thanks. 416. Oh, he's got me way over there at the cargo.
5 Delta, continue on Sierra, left onto Whiskey 2.
That's not very nice.
Left onto the west apron, stand 610.
Light him up, we'll cross the runway here. Oh gosh, I was looking at chat and just about went into the dirt. That's why you don't look at chat in taxi. Understandable, sir, just in case. Devin, yeah, appreciate it, man. I'll do more research on which airlines go to which gates on the next one. If we taxi up north, I'll never find the replay. It'll be halfway back. Alright, we're clear of that. Let's go ahead and kill it. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect because I want to... Where's my X-Pilot? There it is. I'm just going to disconnect from X-Pilot. Thank you guys, that was fun. Appreciate it. I want to turn in at the next gate right here. APU is up. That's what I get for flying easy into Dublin. Alright, here's 405. I think he wanted me down there, but we'll take the first one. Safety zone's clear. We got a marshaller. Nice tight left turn here into the operating engine. Let's not blind him. Oh, come on. Brake set. APU is available. Engine 1. Seatbelt sign. That was a pretty bad parking job on my part. Beacon can come off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dublin. That was a lot of work for a short flight. I'm not gonna lie. I feel wore out after that. I'm definitely gonna have to refresh the beverage here. What am I trying to do? I don't even know what I'm trying to do now. Plugins, disable real view. And let's look at that replay. Gonna throw you into replay mode. Why are you still barking? Alright, let's back it up. Look at that taxi. That was a long taxi. Jeez. There we go. We'll enjoy it from here. Daniel Smith says, let's hope he doesn't fly Ryanair into Heathrow. Yeah, man. Is that frowned upon? IFR, how's it going, man? He says, how you get the Flight Factor IE mod to work with the TOLUS 319? IFR, basically, I installed it the same way that you would install it on the Flight Factor, except you just have to delete engines and I believe it's blades in the TOLUS, and then you can adjust the coordinates accordingly to make it fit on the wings. I might do a video on that at some point, but I do love having that IAE mod on the TOLUS. It just looks so good. Issa says there's a lot of work when flying through Europe. Yeah, I can tell, man. Hats off to these European guys, man. Flight deck to sim for sure, because this flight, the workload on this flight was significantly more than, say, Dallas to Chicago. I mean, that's probably a little bit longer route, but what about maybe more like Dallas to, and the equivalent would be maybe Dallas Phoenix or Dallas Vegas. The workload on this flight was definitely significantly more. Now that might have to do with the fact that I'm single pilot and trying to stream at the same time, but hats off to these European pilots, man. Dimitri says, let's see the float factor work. Oh my gosh, Dimitri, you're just dishing them out today. I didn't think I floated that bad. I thought it was a nice little flare. We arrested the descent. We set her down. At least we can hear the engines. We'll see. I'll be the judge of the float factor, Dimitri. We'll see. I felt low the entire way in. I know I crossed the threshold a little bit lower than normal there, but oh, there was no flare. That was right on the marker, dude. Listen to this. Oh. That reverse. I'm just gonna say, FT Sim, the fact that he's the guy that figured out how to get replay sounds in the Flight Factor, and all this time Flight Factor is saying it's not possible to have replay sounds. It's the only freaking plane we have in the game that doesn't have replay sounds, and this guy figured it out. Hats off to him. Let's check this out. Oh. Oh, that was a juicy landing. There's no float factor about that. That was right on the marks. That was freaking textbook, if you ask me. A little off center line there towards the end. Group flight with flight tech to sim next. Yeah, man. Oh, boy. If I'm going to be flying the 7-3 into London City, I'm going to need to seriously do some binge watching with flight deck to sim. Study up. I'm nervous now. Had I got all those, descend this and cross this at that in a Boeing, I would feel way lost. Just because I know how to fly the Boeing a little bit, but to come up with, different crossing restrictions that aren't published and stuff, whew, I'm going to need to do some studying. That was a 200? That looked frickin', I mean, you couldn't put it down on 1,000 footers any more perfectly than that. I mean, that is pretty spot on. That's how you know I was following the Pappies. There's the Pappies right there, 3 degrees down, leading you right here, right on the marks. Guys, it's that time. I appreciate you hanging out with me this afternoon. doing a little multi-purpose stream with a turboprop, little Airbus stream, little VATSIM stream. I know I feel slow and rusty getting off the gate, getting used to this VATSIM European thing, guys, so I appreciate you hanging in there with me. I'll definitely get smoother and faster as we progress through the continent of Europe, flying around. I hope to see you guys here very soon. Stay safe out there, stay home, don't get sick. And until the next stream, guys, I'll see you next time. Mods, sponsors, donors, you guys rock. I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya!